Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to the fifth episode of Finding Grace, the deep dive into the creative genius of Grace VanderWaal and the evolution of Grace VanderWaal. We are in for it today. This is going to be a big job. I've decided in this fifth episode, as you know, to do pre-AGT Grace VanderWaal. And so I'm going to do the entire thing, or almost her entire oeuvre before AGT and a little bit into AGT to show the evolution of Grace, her performance style, the changes in her vocals, which are dramatic, her confidence, the way she performs, her ukulele playing, the nuance changes in every aspect of her as she gets more comfortable with herself, with her delivery and expressing her emotions. This is big. This is going to chart it, I think, pretty well. We're going to do 11 clips, 11 video clips on this. Two of them are going to be complete videos. One of them is 12 stars, going to be complete. And If I Only Had a Brain, which she did in October of 2014 when she was still 10 years old. That's the first, what I could tell, first significant performance by her and shows the performer that Grace is and may be. So, and I'm going to go all the way up and show a clip of Clay in September of 2016, just to show the transition, the accomplishment, the change. So that's 23 months, almost 2 years between that. So here's just real quick the 11 clips that I'm going to show. I'm going to start off showing a tiny clip of Clay just to show where Grace was at the end of AGT, how accomplished she was. And with most of us, we saw that we've got something on our hands here. This is an amazing performer. So a little bit of Clay. Then I'm going to go all the way back. We're going to start at the beginning or close to the beginning with her. If I Only Had a Brain, a little performance she did in Peekskill, New York, I believe it was. Then House of Gold, which she did when she was about 11 and a half in 2015. Yeah, I think it was the summer of 2015. And then X's and O's, which she did in that same performance that she did House of Gold. And then we're going to skip forward to January 12th, 3 days before she turned 12, when she did the cover of Trouble. And then we're going to do jump all the way forward to May 9th, 2016, when she's 12, and watch her cover of Riptide. And of course, May 9th is 2 months after she did her audition on AGT, but it hasn't been televised yet. So that's going to be interesting to see how she does that. Of course, I've done reactions to all of these before, but we're going to be talking specifically about discovery and growth. And then after Riptide, it's going to go to 12 stars, which she did on June 3rd, 4 days before the televised I Don't Know My Name on AGT. And 12 stars, in my book, 12 stars is a work of creative genius. And that's one reason why I'm going to play the entire song. It also it gives a foreshadowing of the Grace VanderWaal that's coming into the world. And it's the first actual glimpse before June 7th on the televised version of I Don't Know My Name. It's the first glimpse that the world gets, if anybody's paying attention, of what kind of phenomenon is in front of them. And then 2 days later, she does at home also. She did 12 stars at home. 2 days later, she does I'll Hold Your Hand on June 5th, still 2 days before the audition television performance. And of course, I'll Hold Your Hand is her version of Beautiful Thing. So what I'm going to do when I get to that is I'm going to actually do a clip of I'll Hold Your Hand and do a clip right after that of Beautiful Thing and show the difference. It's a massive difference, even though there's only 2 months differences, 2 months separating the two performances. And when I do the X's and O's early on in this, I'm going to show a clip of her later, right after that, doing a clip of X's and O's on her back porch, is the famous one on the back porch, which was done July 6th of 2016, about a month after the televised version of I Don't Know My Name and still before the August version of Beautiful Thing. So I'm kind of bounce around a little bit to show progression, show comparisons and all that. And then after we finish with all that, I'm going to come back around and show a little bit of Clay again, just to round out where she has gone with all of this. So as you know, I've got 5 categories. I've established 5 categories on the Finding Grace series in which I think Grace VanderWaal outdoes all other performers, perhaps of all time. And these are what I consider essential categories for performers. And I think she is the most vulnerable in emotional expression. She's the most ingenious with lyrics, the greatest lyrics that express feelings and thoughts. That's 2. Most benevolent, introspective, logical, and personal. That's 3. And then most nuanced vocals, where she goes with her voice. That's number 4. And number 5, of course, is the most complex atmosphere, which is basically putting all, it's an amalgamation of all those put together. She just is overwhelming. When she puts all those together, her atmosphere is, in my perspective, the greatest emotional, expressive atmosphere, musical atmosphere of all time. So that said, we are going to jump into this. What you're looking at is her actually doing, I think it's, I'll hold your hand. Yeah, I'll hold your hand. That's just a picture of that. One thing I want to say real quick is this entire reaction is on Patreon because YouTube is going to block parts of it that I won't be able to show on YouTube. And so this entire more than an hour, I'm sure, video is going to be on Patreon, patreon.com/daxmusics. And so this is going to be snippets on this. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. I hope all of you nice folks will go over to Patreon. Join me over there for $7. And there's going to be a lot of these. I'm going to have 50 or more of these Finding Grace episodes in the series, along with other things on her and the Beatles and other performers as well on Patreon that I simply can't do on YouTube. So anyway, that said, let's take a look at a clip of Clay, and then we'll just kind of soak that up. And I'm probably not going to comment on it much, but then we'll go straight into If I Only Had a Brain, which is just a hilarious performance. So let's pull up Clay.
You forgot what you look like in like a day, but your words don't hurt me. I will be okay. Oh, I could tell you why.
Okay, so this is her using her nasal voice, throat, and very nasal, which she does all the time, which I love. Her voice here is a little bit reedy, has kind of that reedy, tinny hint to it. She loses that. This is a young Grace VanderWaal voice. It's actually good, but it doesn't have that sort of composite nuance that she brings later to her nasal voice.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house?
You see how much more confident she is in that nasal voice? It's not as tinny and not as reedy. It actually comes out better, and the rasp comes out better. Let's listen to that.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? Then I let him go. Now there's one in California who's been cursing my name, 'cause I found me a Bella in the UK.
Bella.
Hey, until I made my getaway. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. X's and the O's, they hold me.
See, she doesn't really know where to go with the O's. Later she does. She gives a full embellishment to the O's. But here she's still a little bit timid about letting it belt out. Look at the way she's even moving around. Just like total relax, total chill. And she is about to get into this song. Already it's different. Huge difference. Confident.
I had me a boy turn him into a man. I showed him all the things that he
I mean, just the raspy cool on this. This is raspy cool already. Just easy. Yeah, we got to watch that again. Look, she's got her tongue on the side of her mouth. That's right. I just killed it, folks. Yes, she did. Let's watch this again. This has got so much sass in it. It's got so much confidence in it. This is just 1 year of growth. It's just absolutely amazing to me that this could be done on a street in New Orleans. No problem there. And folks, this is just, let's see, 14, 15, this is 13 months, 14 months after she did If I Only Had a Brain. What a difference. Let's just back that up a little bit and listen to that again. I mean, I'm going to back it all the way up to where she starts. Confident with you.
I'm in trouble, I'm an addict. I'm addicted to this girl. She's got my heart tied in a knot and my stomach in a whirl, but even worse.
So there's that echo of what's going to come later. My stomach in a whirl. Okay, as we get going on this, I want to talk briefly about her sort of aspect. And she is just, it seems like growing by leaps and bounds. Look at that face. Look at the directness in her stare. She's a little bit more elegantly dressed. This is, of course, she's known now for 2 months. The world doesn't know yet. She's known that she got the golden buzzer. But this right here is somebody who is confident, and there's courage showing here. I mean, I'm having a hard time really putting it into words that how she's just got this sort of aura about her of confidence and courage and ability, and she's got something to show. I mean, this is it. This, if anybody was watching this, then this is where she is going to go on the last 3 performances for AGT. And watch 12 Stars, which is her first original that I know of. It's her first original that the world is to know about. And I'm going to talk about that. That and I'll Hold Your Hand, beautiful thing, and I Don't Know My Name. 3 originals that were released in 4 days. Yeah. June 3rd, 12 Stars. June 5th, I'll Hold Your Hand. Both of those at home. And then I Don't Know My Name on June 7th. Of course, that was a televised version. But in 4 days, if you're paying close attention to Grace VanderWaal at this point in her career, you're blown away. You're like, what the hell have we got here? We've got a phenomenon on our hand. These 3 originals by themselves. And if I had known about Grace at that time, I may have been able to predict Clay.
You drifted away, but she wants to stay.
The way she slurs the words, doesn't even pronounce the T really on wanted. Let's listen to that. She feels so comfortable doing this. I love this about her. There are just no rules.
But she wants to stay.
Why you say?
Even though she knows his feelings will.
Wow. Oh, I just gotta stop. The way she does that rasp and sort of a chest voice with the nasal voice and that rasp that she does. It's so emotionally effective.
Go ahead and shoot me, as long as I can see his face. When I got
Goodness gracious. I mean, this is a serious song. I mean, this is a serious song, obviously, right? And yet she makes it so sweet. I almost feel like I'm out on a country prairie listening to a young female cowboy.
Empty room, never get bored, never have nothing to do. My other half, you're what makes me me, what makes me smile. When I fall down, I can't get back up on my feet.
You see how this, I mean, I know she may have just created this, but it's just not fleshed out. I mean, she's not elongating words, she's clipping them. Doesn't have a whole bunch of emotional expression. That's probably because she's having to learn it as she's doing it. So that's the first time she does that. Beautiful. I believe that's the first time she does it with her vocals that I can recall. I love that. She doesn't say full, beautiful thing, faux. She's almost a hillbilly. I just love her.
And you probably do. So I'm always with you. I could stay with you for hours in an empty room. Never get bored, never have nothing to do.
Listen to how comfortable she is with her voice. Could stay with you for hours in an empty room. The way she does room, adding an extra O in there, diphthong. And yet still kind of clips it a little bit, but brings out the full word. I mean, every word with Grace VanderWaal has emotional meaning in it. But the difference between what she did at home with I'll Hold Your Hand, and then of course giving it a much better title, Beautiful Thing, is just perfect. But the way she pulls the words out, the way she says beautiful instead of full, faux sounds kind of hillbilly folksy, full brings out the word. And the way she lets her rasp sort of soar now, you know, the way she's pronouncing words now gives them more texture and fullness and depth. And her pacing is so good. I mean, she's just really learning her trade, her craft.
In the hallway,
Enjoying herself.
and then you whisper to your friend, who is she anyway?
Wow.
You forgot what she looks like in like a day, but your words don't hurt me. I will be okay.
I love this part.
'Cause you don't hurt me. I won't to.
That was in September of 2016, 23 months after she did If I Only Had a Brain. Look at the difference. Wow, what a journey. What a journey. Less than 2 years doing a little fun, jokey performance, which was good, in front of a tiny little audience in Peekskill, New York, to in front of millions, showing her genius with her, I think, fifth originally written song, 4 for AGT, and with such elegance and sound and nuance. I mean, she is the genius of this era in music, without a doubt. And I really look forward to doing more Finding Graces. I can't wait to do them and dig in. I'm not sure where I'm going to go next, frankly, folks, on this. I think I might. I'm not sure if I'm going to do every single song or do a couple of songs at once, but it's going to be soon after AGT because I want to keep it chronological. So, you know, it could be Gossip Girls or whatever. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. If I got anything wrong, please let me know. If you want to add something about her performances, her vocals, anything that you think would add to it, please do. And I just really look forward to hearing what you have to say, and I look forward to more Finding Grace episodes. Okay, take care of yourselves. I'll catch you soon. Bye.